Welcome to 24 Holiday Tips for Savvy Homeowners, brought to you by HomeTipsforWomen.com. Join us each day as Tina and her guests bring you a holiday tip to fill your home with more joy and less stress. And now, here's your host, Tina Gleisner.
Welcome, everyone, and thank you so much for joining today's holiday tips. Our goal here is to give you great tips to help you save time, money, and enjoy the holidays more. Because we all try to do way too much during the holidays, and I've learned that a little planning can really help things go much better for you. I have 4 Ds to recommend. The first one is to delegate. There's nothing that says you have to do everything. You can ask others to help you. It's also more fun to do things with friends and family. You get to check things off your list, and you get to visit with them and catch up. The third one, my favorite, is it's fine to drop things off your list. There's nothing that says just because you did it last year, you have to do it again. And if you are successful in doing some of all those, you should have a little bit of free time to delight yourself with a few special activities that are really important to you and just you. So I decided to create this show, The 24 Days of Christmas and all the holiday tips, to really help you learn possibilities. Sometimes you know what can be done, but you've forgotten. And today our expert is Marla Esser, the founder of HomeNav, where she offers an online homeowner's manual and green resources so you can live a greener life. Welcome, Marla. I'm so glad you could join us today.
Thank you, Tina. Glad to be here.
So I like to start out these talks with, what's your favorite holiday activity?
Well, my favorite one is one we started years ago when my oldest daughter, who's now in college, was in kindergarten. And we started a neighborhood party where we decorated little, I call them gingerbread houses, but we really made them out of graham crackers. And the night before, some of the moms would come over and we'd have a few adult beverages, and we would glue together like 30 or 40 of these little houses. And then the next morning, all the neighbors and their kids would all come over, and we would decorate all of those houses. And the kids would take them home. And, a couple of those kids wrote that their favorite holiday tradition was coming over for that party. I loved doing that party. It's so sad that they've grown up. Matter of fact, we still do it sometimes with the cousins, even though they're all big kids now.
So they remember it, and they still want to follow that tradition.
They do. It's just so much fun. A lot of times we'd take any of the leftover houses to retirees that we knew or other kids. And it's just a great way to spread a little holiday joy and have, just like you said, have that great time with family and friends. That was the best part.
Right, because it's amazing when you get those activities going, some incredible information gets shared in all those discussions.
Oh, totally. So agree. Yeah. So, very fond memories.
Right. So green, well, of course, our Christmas trees are green, but what are some of if somebody wants to be more green during the holidays, what are some things they can do?
Well, one of the big topics that we can talk about, of course, is being more energy efficient with your lighting for Christmas or for the holidays, depending on what you decorate for. And that alone, if you think about some of these big displays that you see outside these homes, and you think about how much money it takes to light up all of those lights, I just really kind of go faint to think of what that bill must look like. So a really great thing you can do is just simply, as you need to replace any holiday lights, replace them with something a little smarter. And in my book, that smarter is LEDs. LEDs last a long time. So that's my number one thing. Anything that lasts a long time in my book is A1, because that just makes life a lot simpler. They don't use as much energy, so they don't use as much money, which I'm all in favor of that. They've got some really great advantages. So I don't know if you've been out looking for holiday lights lately, but I'm seeing all kinds of LED lights out there for the holiday lighting. Have you had a chance to look any this year?
I haven't because I'm in the middle of a move.
That's a move. This is true. You're just going to kind of have to make do this year, aren't you?
Right. We're sort of having our holiday on the road, a little bit of time here and there. But the other thing that I've noticed with all of the LED lights, though, is that because they use so little energy, there are a few more that are battery operated. So I will be honest, you'll get a kick out of this. So I have a little, maybe 12-inch high tree that is lit up with LED lights, and I did bring that with me, and it's sitting in my empty house while I wait for the movers.
See, that's perfect because they are so easy to transport and be battery operated. You are set to go. I love it. I've done them in my wreaths, like on my front doors before, because I can do the battery packs in there. And if you really want to be a little bit greener, a little better, you can even use those rechargeable batteries in your battery packs, so you're not having to throw them in the landfill. So there's another little tip for you. Just get those reusable batteries out and dust them off and use them for all those things you need over the holidays. So, LEDs they're really kind of cool. I know last year we strung together, I think we did 4 strands together, and it was funny because my neighbor that was helping me, he's like, I never would have strung together this many lights the way we were running them if they had been traditional lights. But because they were LEDs, he was really comfortable doing that.
Correct. They're not only energy efficient with the holiday lights, they're actually a lot safer because people were always stringing together too many sets of lights. And that was always an electrical issue. So now, I mean, I love that as much as anything, that you don't have to worry about all those messy wires anymore.
That is so true. And then, so if you are buying new lights, then the inevitable question comes up, what do you do with the old lights?
Right.
And that's the other piece I love, is that we are seeing a lot more resources to actually recycle your old lights. So that's a great way to also kind of take anything that you are getting rid of and make sure it's not just going to waste, that some of it's getting reused. We have a big holiday light drive here in St. Louis that one of the organizations runs here, and they've actually teamed up with some large corporations, and so it's kind of cool. It's kind of built a community following here in St. Louis for the holiday light drive. Okay, so I'm scratching my head. What is somebody going to do with the old holiday lights? They actually, when they recycle them, they strip out the metal and some of the different components and use it that way. And pardon the slip here. Hang on one moment while I get you back where you need to be. Okay, well, we had a little technology glitch there, so all back in good shape. Yeah. So there's actually, I've actually found some good websites even, and I just Googled holiday light recycling and found some great alternatives for some online capabilities. Some of them will send you boxes and resources for you to recycle your lights there. Okay. Some of them will give you coupons off if they sell lights, so you'll actually get a little love for turning your old lights in, and then get a little coupon to go for any new lights you might purchase. So there's some cool resources. Share those with me. I will be sure to include them in the blog post where we share this recording. Yeah, there's actually a link in there for the one I did find, which was actually, I'm not a big proponent of sharing product websites, but this particular one had some great resources on it. Okay. And that was the one I sent you. That was the holiday. Okay. The holiday LED recycling lights. I think it's holidayleds.com. Holidayleds.com. Yeah. Yep, it is. Yeah. But they're one of the ones that has a recycling program and a coupon too. So there's others, and I've found some other recycling programs in local communities. It just kind of varies year to year. Right. Actually, that'd be kind of a cool community outreach activity for a group if they ever wanted to do it. Right. So what are the most creative ways you've seen people using LED lights now? Oh, wow. LEDs are so versatile because they don't have some of the same limitations that traditional lighting does or even CFLs do. I think the biggest thing I've seen is where people can control them because they can string together such long strings for outdoor lighting displays. I love them on indoor displays because they're so bright and true colors, and I can get a lot of mix. You've seen the Christmas trees, too, that have the changing light colors. A lot of times those will be LED or LED-powered behind the scenes. So, gosh.
I have seen those. I didn't realize
what have you
those
seen?
were LEDs.
Some of them are. It varies. There's also the fiber optic ones, which sometimes are powered by LEDs and sometimes by other light sources.
Mm-hmm.
So have you seen anything really cool?
Actually, as I was asking the question, I realized I was just in New York City, and the tree at Rockefeller Center is now LED light.
Oh, nice. That makes a lot of sense, though. That's a huge display. So it's got to save them massive amounts of money by going to LEDs. So.
Oh, exactly. Because, I've always wondered these people that put these huge light displays out and what their electric bill must look like. And
I read, they're huge. No, I know. I was just reading an article about that where they said that some of those people are paying a couple of months' worth of electricity bills just for the few weeks their lights are up.
Yeah. Wow. I guess they really love their life.
I know. It's a passion. What are you going to do? Well, and that's the cool thing about LEDs is not only do they cost less to operate, if you're going to be replacing lights anyway, you might as well go with something that's going to last a long time because then you're not replacing it as often. So that even adds to the total package. And I'm all in favor. Anything that I don't have to replace very often is a very, very big deal to me.
Right, because my time is much more precious than, an extra couple of dollars or something.
Boy, isn't that the truth? I agree.
So as we move into the holidays, what's the most important thing to you?
It's back to that family and friend time. This is just really the time I find that I'm reconnecting with people. I love receiving and sending Christmas cards or holiday cards. If nothing else, just to hear from people. Know they're still out there, touch base with them, get a little news, or pick up the phone and call a few friends for a glass of wine or a cup of coffee. And those are really the special times to me. I know I'm going to have an opportunity to get with my sisters and their families right after Christmas, and that's just a time I cherish. And we don't get to do it but a few times a year, so it's just a special time.
Right. Definitely is, and you want to have enough energy so that you really enjoy that time as well.
Boy, that's true. Personal energy and energy for the home. Oh, sorry. Pun wasn't intended.
No, but I liked it.
Thanks.
So, Marla, if people wanted to learn more about green homes and how to save energy, not just for the holidays, but any other time of year, where would they find you?
Our website is www.homenav. That's HOMEN, like navigate, NAV. So homenav.com. And actually, we've got a link for our blogs up there where a lot of the resources like our holiday lighting tips can be found in our blogs. Great.
And I will be sure to include a link so people can find that information. So
Perfect.
I thank you so much for joining us today and sharing these holiday tips. I hope everyone listening got some nuggets to use. I know when LED lights first came out that people were scared by the cost. I think the costs have come way down.
Oh, yeah.
There's so much variety now, and the fact that the lights last so much longer means that the return in terms of when you would actually save money is happening much, much faster. So I thank you for updating everybody. So hopefully people will be buying LED holiday lights this year, not the old ones, and I love the battery ones. Those are my favorite because then I can pull them out of the box and take them where I want them. No cords, no extension cords, nothing to worry about. So thank you, everyone, for listening in. We'll have some more tips for you tomorrow. This is Tina Gleisner at Home Tips for Women, wishing Marla, you, and everybody listening a very happy holiday. Thank you.
Happy holidays.
Thank you for joining us today, and we invite you back tomorrow for another Savvy Holiday Tip. Be sure to grab your free gift at SavvyHolidayTips.com. That's SavvyHolidayTips.com.